Hey, what's up guys? I'm Luke, and today I'll be showing you how to create an ambient shimmer delay tone with the Boss DD500. Now, even if you don't have a Boss DD500, that's okay, because the delay pedal that you have, if it's a delay machine with a lot of features like this guy, should have very similar settings. So if you find them and set them as I'm going to show, you should end up with a very similar tone to mine. The effect that we're going for today is the same one that I've used in a video that I've made. And this video is doing much better than a lot of my other delay videos, so I'm guessing that you guys are after this sort of shimmer sound. The sound itself isn't exactly a shimmer delay, it's more of an overtone sort of thing, but we're using the shimmer setting on the DD500 and some modulation happening and stuff like that. You'll hear in a moment. There's a lot of beautiful harmonies and a lot of spacious overtones going around, so stick with me. Let's dive right in. And I'm going to be working on the DD500 app on my computer because it's going to be much faster and the layout is visually just much better and you guys will see everything much clearer. Okay, so let's start by creating a new patch, and I named this one Ambient Shimmer. We have to choose the shimmer mode. Before we start messing around with the settings, I'll show you guys how this guitar sounds with no effects. And here's the drive. So the whole idea with this patch is that we don't want to hear the repeats of the delay. We want it to kick in as soon as we start playing and then to end immediately when we mute the strings. So in order to do that, we need to set the time as low as it can go. So let's set it to 1. Yeah, we can't do 0. We have to do 1 is the least. So this is what we have right now. And it stops when we stop playing. But we don't want to be in the pitch setting because we want the overtones. I mean, this isn't so bad. But it's not so good either. Let's do overtones. Oh, and we get rid of all these settings. Easier for us. Yeah, that's more like it. I mean, tone is whatever you like it. I'll set it, let's just like put in 20. And then, do we need some feedback damping? Let's give it a 10. Here we adjust the octaves. We have a 50-50 sort of thing going on, but I don't want that much in the upper octave. I like it just around 15. Yeah, it's much more smooth, I'd say. It's not so in your face. Let's put it back to 50. It's a bit too sharp. And then we can set this lower octave to a bit less. Because now we're gonna be changing the direct guitar signal. We want the effect to be a bit stronger than the guitar itself. This doesn't sound bad. But if we want the shimmer to really be heard, then let's set this to 15. You can still hear a lot of guitar in that, a lot of the direct signal, so let's bump up the effect level. Let's do 105. That changed it drastically. Let's do even more. No, not 1020, 120. Okay, so I really like what we have now. Let's do just a little bit of tweaking, and let's leave the input level at 100. We set the effect level to 120. Direct level, let's lower it over here. That sounds like some sort of wavy synth organ. I don't know what to call it. Let's hear the difference between 100 and 30. I guess you could leave this wherever you want it. I'll just leave it at 30 because I guess the effect is going to be much more pronounced and less of the guitar is going to be in the way. We're getting rid of the guitar direct input like almost totally, so this isn't going to be a good setting for traditional rhythm guitar playing. I think it's better for like just a section of a song where you really want the ambience to come out. I don't know, do whatever you want with it. Be creative, but those are just my thoughts. Now, I kind of like the modulation where it is right now. Maybe we could slow it down just a little bit. I don't know, like that much. I think that's better. And let's leave it in single mode. Want the carryover to be on. Now, do we want some EQ? This also depends on where you're going to be using this setting, what you're going to be playing with, what other instruments you're going to be playing. For now, I'll just set these where they are. I think it sounds good as it is. If you're going to be playing with a bass guitar or some bass synthesizer, anything that has low frequencies, maybe you should consider cutting out all the low end. Maybe not all the low end, but at least some of it so it doesn't get in the way of the bass. I'll leave the low end flat where it is. I'll maybe bump up some of the mids at, let's say, 1.25. That might be a bit too much. Actually, let's set it to something a bit lower. I don't know, 630. Let's see what this is. It's not a very drastic change. Let's do this at about 2 kilohertz, and let's bump it up just a little bit, the high mids. And if I was playing with my tone knob turned down, then I would maybe bump this up a little bit. Not with the tone rolled on, because this is a bit too sharp of a tone for my ears. And no, we're not going to do a high cut. Do we want any ducking? I don't think so. It's good as it is. Now, if you were running this in stereo, which I would like to, but I only have one microphone to record this, so I am going to run it in mono, everything center. But if I was doing it in stereo, then maybe I would do the effect on one side and the direct on the other, but then I would bump up the direct signal over here, because right now we're not really getting any of it. So for mono, for just one microphone, one amp, one speaker, I would leave it as it is. And that's all there really is to it. I mean, there's a lot of settings you could mess around with and play around with. The whole idea here is to have the shimmer setting and the overtone type and the time set to as low as it can be, so the delay kicks in, or this effect kicks in right when you start playing and then ends immediately when you stop playing, so it doesn't repeat and doesn't, keep on playing. If you wanted it to be like that, then you could change the settings. Well, let's try 100. And then it doesn't end immediately. So if we did even more, let's do 500 milliseconds. It would be like this. but then it doesn't kick in and it doesn't end when you start and stop playing. So that is not what we're going for. But do your own tweaking, set it where you like, and I hope you like this, what we got right here. I think it's useful for some musical situations. Probably not good for overdrive. Or maybe. No, not good for solos. I played 6 notes and it sounded like 1.5. Do whatever you want with it. I'm just showing you how I set this tone. And if you do mess around and create your own ambient shimmer delay tones, then make sure to record it and upload a video and tag me. Yeah. Thanks for watching. No, wait, I forgot one thing. Hit the like button.